Nice. Mr. Cisneros from the great state of California for 5 minutes.
Administrator Loeffler, you know, it's finally nice to actually have somebody from the SBA after so many hearings to actually answer questions about policies that are being put in place. And the first thing I would like to ask you is if you could name those offices that had 0 employees. I would love to see those. You don't have to give them right now, but you can give them to me back in a letter that I think that you could address. I would love to hear what offices and what cities those were there. But, you know, you say you are supporting small businesses, but you moved offices out of 6 metropolitan areas. People in New York City are now having to travel to Long Island, which is not easy to get to. You have to go by train or other means in order to get there. How does moving these offices out of the metropolitan areas where they serve all collectively hundreds of thousands of businesses, how is that supporting small business?
Congressman, thank you for the question. I would like to start by thanking Secretary Noem and ICE for ensuring that our cities are safe. You saw in a sanctuary city yesterday.
That's not, I'm not asking you about ICE. I'm asking about how you're supporting small businesses if you're moving the offices out of the areas.
Small businesses safe after 4 years of an open
Were any
borders
of these
policy.
any of these SBA offices or any of these small businesses under attack or threat? Do you have proof of that where everything was going on where you needed to move these offices out?
In Denver, we saw a terror attack on the Jewish community by an illegal alien who is in a sanctuary city. Yes, there are many small businesses in Denver that are threatened by illegal aliens who are
Again, I would love to see that list of small businesses that have been attacked or threatened by
We have many
by these
stories
where
of small
you felt that it
businesses.
was needed in order to move these offices out. But when you, in doing that, you are not only hurting, and this is, you were supposed to be there to help businesses, support businesses in these areas. And some of these businesses are owned and operated not only by Democrats, but independents and Republicans as well. And when you move these resources out of these metropolitan areas, you are making it harder for them to receive these services. So how is this helping small businesses? How is it keeping them safe?
Congressman, this is not about partisanship. This is about public safety.
Well, I'm talking about right now, whether or not you move the office out of these areas, these small businesses are still in those areas. So how does that help these small businesses if you're moving them out of these metropolitan areas?
Congressman, there are resources all over this country from the SBA. We have 1,000 small business development centers.
Do you agree? You've said numerous times today that you need to be on Main Street where these things are, right? Main Street is not only in small town America, but it's also in large metropolitan areas. Do you not agree you need to be where the businesses are?
We absolutely are where the businesses are.
Well,
but
how
we're
are,
ensuring
then
that our
explain
regional
if that is
offices-
the, and why are you moving offices out of these metropolitan areas?
Not only are
Because
they
when you do
unsafe,
that,
but the
you are not where the businesses are.
The offices are not only unsafe, they're in areas that are difficult to get to. They have, the buildings
Okay.
are inaccessible
So
to small
moving an
businesses.
office
They
out of
need to
New
be
York
close to
City
Main
into
Street.
Long
They're gonna
Island
be
is
on Main
making it
Street.
more accessible for those thousands of small businesses in New York City.
We are going to support regional offices in areas that comply with federal law, including federal immigration law.
I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. I was assuming that you were the small business administrator, not Homeland Security.
We are the voice for small businesses who want safety and security, and we're going to make sure our resources
And those
are
small
available to
businesses want
everyone.
resources and help and support. And by moving those resources and help and support out of these metropolitan areas, you cannot legitimately tell me that you are supporting them. Next
Congressman, our
question.
loan
Next
volume is up
question.
80% compared
Next
to the
question. The FAR Council was rewriting the government's procurement regulations. Many of the rules are in place because small businesses find it nearly impossible to compete with large corporations to win a contract. To what extent has SBA been involved in the rewrite to advocate for small contractors, and have you specifically addressed the potential elimination or sunset of the rule of two?
Congressman, we are working with OMB on the federal acquisition regulations with the board and ensuring that small businesses once again have a voice there. We've seen the aims of the program not being met. We think that's a serious problem as the voice, as the advocate for small businesses. We have every
Again,
means and hope.
when you're reducing the numbers, the goals for small businesses, whether it be women-owned, veteran-owned, or minority-owned businesses, how is that helping them, and how is that advocating for small businesses when those contracts are now going to larger things? And with that, I yield back.